Bottoms are in place. You're good? Yeah, just shake it out. There you go. Get familiar with the product. John? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! All right, well done, well done. Good job by the audience as well. Want to do the presentation now? Yeah. Before the check? Okay. All right, judges are going to go back to work. See if they can come up with a reasonable facsimile of a top finisher. You ready? You ready to talk? Yeah. You talk with customers when they come through, don't you? Sometimes. Have you ever had a customer give you advice or a suggestion when you're packing their groceries?
Not really. Sometimes.
Don't put the eggs on the bottom. Potato chips not on the bottom. How did you approach this?
I just started grabbing things and trying to figure out.
To me, it's like playing a game of Tetris. Has anybody ever played Tetris? With falling shapes that you have to reconfigure and figure out what's going to work best. Do you think about it a little bit?
Trying to think about how to place things and not too much on what they want fast. Try to sort of balance it out.
In terms of carrying it, it's easier if they're way about the same thing?
Try to do that, yeah.
No ice cream, no meat. I'm trying to think, did they give you easy stuff to pack or hard stuff?
Pretty much easy stuff. I mean, some like bread and stuff like that you don't want to crush, but there's nothing like meat or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about separating that from.
How about Adam? Now, this is not your first rodeo, Roger. You were here last year, right?
Not much. No.
So tell me about Gabrielle. Does she help you with tips? Is she a coach for you?
Oh yeah. No, she's a nice lady.
Yeah. I'm guessing you've been doing this a little bit longer than her.
I think so, yeah.
What is it about Fiddlehead Farms that produces all these great grocery bags? Tell me about your store.
Oh, I just like working there. So I've been doing that for, I don't know, I think almost 9 years. I would say about 9 years, but I'm not quite sure. I asked the boss, but he doesn't know either.
Is he here? Because I think he doesn't know how long you've been here. Okay. You came back again. What do you like about this competition?
Just like doing, I think it's a lot of fun doing it.
Against these youngsters, you're not afraid of taking on the kids?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad doing it.
Okay. Let's hear it for Roger. Now, I'm looking at Roger's Market Basket badge, and it says first year. So is this your first year as a bagger?
Yes, it is.
And why did you go for that job as opposed to mowing lawns or anything else you could have done after school?
I'm not very sure about that. No. I just needed to get outside somewhere, have a new chapter.
And how did you find out about this contest?
My manager, she called me up. I don't know what was going on. I thought I was like, maybe I was in trouble or something, but I was like, a contest? All right, I'll give it a shot.
And did you prepare for this? Did you practice at all?
Oh, I prepared. My managers, they're all right next, breathing on my neck. Every single day. That was crazy.
Did it help?
Yes, it did. It really did.
Was it practice or else?
I think so.
I know they're looking at you.
Oh, I think
This is your chance to get even.
she's looking at it right now.
Which market basket do you work at?
Oh, the hooks and market basket? 6.
Right across the river from my house. I'm there probably as much as you are. Keep an eye out for me next time. All right. Let me take care. Are you still in school?
Yes, I do. I go to NHGA. I major in acting. It's my second year there right now, so I'm doing a great job.
Well, there's an element of performance attached to this, isn't there?
Yes, there is. There's comedy always with the customers. There's always the signs. Don't, like you said, headdress, basically. I always get nice compliments by customers and everything. It's outstanding. Everyone's friendly.
I can't figure out why when they use my credit card, I have to give it to the cashier, and they give it back to me after. It's like they don't trust me. I don't know. That's a market basket tradition, I guess, but that's how we do it. Talk about your coworkers. Are they excited about you being part of this?
Everyone in the store, all the coworkers, they know everything about this competition. They know I'm leaving. They know I was doing this. They're cheering me on.
When's your next shift?
Tomorrow. Sadly.
Do you have to like go to the training room and get a massage and maybe sit in the hot tub for a while to get ready for work again?
No way. No.
It's not hooks and style, is it? Okay. All right. These contestants, we're going to wait for the judges to set you free. It looks like the counting is going well. We have 3 contestants in the next round as well, which means the judges don't have to reset the table. That's part of the process that you're seeing take place after the bags are checked and the contestants are scored. Then the table's reset. Just so you know, there's a template on each table. So each item is in exactly the same place for each of the contestants. So the Oreo cookies are right here on all 4 tables, as you can see. The pasta sauce is back here, the paper towels, the cornflakes. There are different kinds of cereals, but that's about the only difference here. And with that, we're going to set our contestants free. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Best of luck.
We're going to have a little intermission right now. We have a check presentation for the food bank. As grocers, we're very passionate about food and what we do with the food, and part of that is actually what we can give back to the food bank to help the needy. And so doing that, we've decided a couple of years ago that we should have this contest in the food bank. And if you had an opportunity or you haven't had an opportunity yet, I encourage you to take a tour just in the back of this room here and see some of the shelves that are empty. And that's an unfortunate part of what we have to deal with all the time, that we don't have enough food for everybody. But we do have food here, and all of the food that we have here for the contest, plus all of the extra product we have, plus we've had some trail loads of food come in for some of the larger retailers in the last week or so is all going to the food bank and appreciation for what they do. But even with all that, it's not enough. And so we know that they sometimes have to go out and buy food because there isn't enough coming from the stores because we're getting so efficient and not having spoilage at the store level. And so with that, we have a check presentation. Compliments of St. Mary's Bank. Judy Windows, would you come forward? Our chairman of the board, Laurie Gopel, will help do the presentation between the two of them. And they're going to give it to the interim executive director for the New Hampshire Food Bank, Bob Gossett. So with that, we've got a check presentation here for $2,000 going to the New Hampshire Food Bank from the Grocers Bagging Contest. Let's give them a big hand. Yeah. Laurie, would you like to say a few words first?
Not particularly, but I will. This is my first time to come to the Best Bagger competition, and it's been very exciting to watch these first two heats. It reminds me of more than 35 years ago when I started out in the grocery industry as a bagger in a store in Wyoming. And I haven't been able to get out of the grocery industry since. So now as a small store owner, it just goes to show you can start as a bagger, you can start as a floor sweeper, you can go anywhere. So everybody that works hard, there are rewards. And it's wonderful to see so many people that I've known through many years in the industry here, and everybody that's made so many contributions, food-wise, time-wise, and caring. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everybody for coming and doing such a good job. It's always fun to be the judge. I like that part. St. Mary's Bank is the first credit union in the nation, and we really pride ourselves on multi-level programming. So we work with the New Hampshire Grocers Association, we write financial articles for their newsletter, we help the food bank by donating money, and we also volunteer our time and do fundraising for the food bank when we can, our employees do. So thank you for all you do as I stand in line with my groceries, and I really like when you do it equally, so I don't walk up the stairs like this. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
It's not real.
Well, I've tried to cash one earlier this week. Thank you all for coming, and congratulations to all the contestants. Thank you, St. Mary's, and everybody, all the participants, and all the grocers, and so forth, for the support of the food bank. This $2,000, we have the ability to take every dollar that's donated and turn it into 2 nutritious meals for the people that need it. So thank you very much. Here's 4,000 meals for people that need it. Thank you.
Timers, ready? Go eat this. Judges ready? Audience, ready? John, 3, 2, 1, go! job. Judges, go to work. Tricia, ladies first. Did it help going in the third round? Were you able to watch the other baggers and kind of figure out what possibilities you might pursue?
No, not
So you get up here and you just wing it.
kind of. I'd rather go first. Yeah. It's just easier to kind of just relax a little bit and just do it first and have the next breather afterwards.
If you make it to the next round, do you think having gone through it once would benefit you the next time around?
Yes. Yes.
What would you do differently from what you just did?
The top I might have made a little bit neater. Maybe just the line things a little bit different.
Wow, that's a strategy right there. Well, thank you so much. How about this for Tricia? Ethan, which market basket do you work at?
Store number 63, Epping, New Hampshire.
Very good, very good. Relatively new, yeah. Yep. Did you have a competition amongst your coworkers to see who would take part, or were you handpicked?
I was handpicked. That's one way to put it.
Because?
Because I'm the best.
I like that, I like that. What did you think about Nahad's performance? You saw him go?
Nahad did well. He did very well. It's good competition. It's good to see that the other person from Mark Basket's doing well as far as we can do better.
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Internal competition is always a good thing too. Spur one another to greater heights. And now you're going to school, are you working full time? What are you doing?
I'm going to school currently. Homeschool. Yeah.
What are your ambitions beyond the completion of your homeschooling?
I would like to work, preferably an engineering job. I want to go to school for that once I'm done homeschooling. Civil engineering or mechanical engineering. I'm good with numbers.
And I imagine the engineering element comes into play here in terms of a mindset too, and putting it back together.
Definitely. There's a process that you got to do. You do it the same way every time. You'll get good results.
That's great to hear. Congratulations, good luck. Let's hear for Ethan. There you go, Ross. Good, good. I have some easy questions for you. Which hamper do you work at?
Exeter, New Hampshire.
So you had to drive over here too? Yeah. Right. So there's some Seacoast competition going on too. Well, he was halfway there from Epping, so you had to drive through Epping to get here.
Epping's right on the way, so
It's good you didn't put down spike strips to stop your car from getting here.
have to get off the highway for that one.
And again, kind of the same question I asked the others. Did it benefit you going in the third round, having seen your competitors go first?
I don't think so. We all had, I know at Hannaford, we had a similar competition, so I don't really think it matters watching them go first though.
Did you do the competition with your coworkers simultaneously before the store opened? How'd you do that?
We had, like a lot of stores, had a store level, regional level, so we've all done this a couple times.
Any plans for the $250 first prize if you should win?
Put it towards school,
Where?
Lesley University, Boston. I study international relations.
Northeastern and Boston University alumnus, so I know we just went to Leslie because you can go to the Red Sox games during the day. That was my secret. I didn't know, couldn't let anybody know that. So as they reset the table here, were you thinking anything you did the first time around?
I might have put more in my first bag, but besides that, not really. I had to go back and add to it. Not much.
Okay, so if you were to come at this a second time in the final round, what would you do differently?
I think just judge how many items there are better. Add more to the first one, so I don't have to go back later.
Excellent. Okay. How about here? Let's hear for Russ. So as you can see, they're resetting the tables in exactly the same format that the contestants would have seen in their first round performance. When this judging is completed, we'll find out who our 4 finalists are. And as John mentioned, there's a $250 first prize, cash prize. What did you spend that on, Gabrielle, if I may ask you, your $250?
I honestly don't remember. I think I just put it in my bank account. I got it when I got to Vegas, and I just kind of put it in my account when I got home, I'm pretty sure.
Good thing you didn't get it before you went to Vegas. Oh, she wasn't 21, so there wouldn't have been any gambling. How about you, Chris? Do you remember what you did with your prize money?
It was $500 scholarship. So, yep, practice it. I saved it.
I know, inflation's crazy, huh? $500 in 1999 was a lot more money than it would be today. Thanks, Chris. Okay, we're resetting. You can see the judges are huddling over there, preparing for this last round, and I'm going to hold you contestants here. You know what? I'm actually going to let you guys go back to your seats, and then we'll find out who's going to be taking part in the next round. I don't want you getting fatigued standing up here. How about this group? I'm going to let John take the microphone for this.
Hello? Okay, good for them. It's been quite a competition, John.
I've seen it firsthand.
Had some really good scores and a lot of hard work on everyone's part. So I think we get all winners today on this going forward. I'd like to maybe interview some of the judges here and see what they think so far of the competition. Judy, what do you think?
Well, I've been really concerned about the cookies. The Oreos, you guys have been doing a really good job on the Oreos. He's been watching out for the chips, and we have a ramen noodle girl here, so we've got you covered.
I just think it's amazing. I've been watching, if you've noticed me in grocery stores lately, I've been watching all the baggers. I am the creepy woman that's been watching everybody bag lately, trying to build my skills. So it's really nice to have this come to fruition and see some talent.
It's good to see you. It's such young people for the most part, very professional, and I watch the cookies, very important, and I watch the bread because if you ever crush the bread, my wife is coming after you, and you did a great job.
Thank you so much. Again, I can't thank the audience enough for their energy all the way through this. The next portion is going to be the finals. We're going to the final round of this, and we're going to need a lot of energy all the way through this one because this is worth the big prize. And we're going to have our contestants, and I'll mention it now rather than give it to you all at the same time. We have the first, second, third, fourth place winners. The second place winner is there in place. And the first place winner is the one who's going to win the trip and the $250 to go to Vegas to compete for the national one. If for some reason the state contestant that we have as number one is not eligible to continue, either they're not working at the store, or the parent's not working at the store anymore, or they, for other reasons, don't want to continue competing, then the prize will fall, the trip will fall, and the money will fall to the second place position. So they're all important. All of them are very important positions going forward. I think it's been very good that we've had this going forward, and I just want to thank everyone for their participation. I want to thank my staff, New Hampshire Grocers, in the blue shirts for all they've done. Denise, Leone, Steven Tran, Kevin Daigle over here, and I recruited my wife, Melinda Dumas. But that's not all. I also introduced my brother, Ed Dumas. Because he's a very good photographer and he's going to take all the good pictures, and he's my favorite brother. He's my only brother. Besides that, so. But thank you all very much for all you do, and again, the judges can't thank enough for all you do. John, how did you see the competition going so far?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. You can tell the energy when they bound from their seat and just come running up here, and the energy transitions from the run up here to the bagging. The focus on some of them was remarkable. Some chose a slower, more diligent style. Others raced through it and then maybe rethought some things and did a little bit of juggling and altering. But ultimately, I think they all wanted to balance the bags. I think we probably have 3 bags worth of stuff there. And wisely, no one tried to get him into 2. Because I would have been the guy walking out to the car who came back to the store looking for more pasta sauce and anything that was glass, because it would have wound up in the parking lot. So we don't want that to happen. So it was fascinating to see the diligence and the care they take in doing this.
I think that's the best part of the rules this year too. They took a little bit of the rating score off of the speed of it and put more of it into the integrity of the bag and presentation all the way through. So I think you've hit it on the right part. Looking, yes, it's a competition, yes, it's a race, but it's all about how you're going to treat the customer in the long run. And they certainly do a nice job of that.
Interesting discussion took place before the contest because, again, in years past, they used flat bottom paper bags for the competition. And if you recall, when I named our lead sponsor for this event, it's Central Paper Products. So my board chair, Matt Gafori from Central Paper, was good enough to relinquish the contest with paper bags, even though he runs a paper company, in favor of the recyclable bags, which I'm sure all of our contestants will tell you are more and more in use, which is very important for all of us in terms of the ecology that's involved and the finances involved. How many of those plastic garbage bags do you have around the house? They're garbage bags when they get home. They're just right for small waste baskets. But I think we've all come to realize that this is the wave of the future, and I applaud the contest for keeping up with the times and adopting the new bag.
Well, I also want to thank you for your time. You're a busy guy. You're into everything, and I had the opportunity to go down and see the museum just briefly recently, and you've got so much down there. Can you give us a little idea of what you're going to see down there?
Yeah, it's the Manchester Historic Association's Mill Yard Museum. It's in Mill number 3 at 200 Bedford Street. The museum opened in 2000. And we celebrate 11,000 years of history in the area around Manchester. Originally, it was settled by Native Americans who chose to live near the Merrimack River, but specifically by the Amoskeag Falls. They're not there anymore. We now have the Amoskeag Dam. But in the day, the Amoskeag Falls was not just one waterfall like Niagara Falls. It was a rapidly descending series of waterfalls that the river dropped about 50 feet in the space of 200 yards. And that was important to the Native Americans because the anadromous fish, that's the only big word I'll use today, those are fish that can live in both saltwater and fresh water, return upstream to spawn. So when they're born, they go downriver out into the Atlantic Ocean in Newburyport, Mass. That's where the Merrimack empties into the ocean. And when it's time for them to spawn, they have to return to where they were spawned. In this case, it's around the merger of the Winnipesaukee River and the Pemigewasset, which forms the Merrimack around Franklin and Tilton. And to return to their spawning grounds, they had to swim upstream and navigate those falls. You've probably all seen the pictures of bears in Alaska snatching salmon out of the air as they try to go upriver. Well, that's what took place here, and the Native Americans wisely realized that if they made base camp by those falls, they would always have a plentiful supply of water and food. They named it Amoskeag. It means the place of many fish in the Abenaki language. So next time someone asks you about Amoskeag in Manchester, now you know it means place of many fish on the Merrimack River.
Very good. Let's give him a hand. Thank you very much. And like I said, if you ever have a chance, take your family down to the museum and go through it. There's all kinds of history. The old Palace Theater, Marquis is up there.
Yeah, we have an exhibit celebrating Manchester's historic theaters, most of which are gone other than Palace Theater, so it's a nice nostalgic look back at Manchester's past.
Yeah, it's great. You got to go see it. So thank you again, John. Okay, I think we're getting close to our announcement, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk to announce who they are in reverse order. But before we do that, I'd like to have all of the contestants come back up and stand in front to be there.
Come on back up here.
Okay, we're going to be announcing these in no particular order. So we'd like to have, first of all, if everyone could, did we do the, this is for the final round, right? Okay, yeah. So the first one, we're going to go into lane number 1, be Tricia DeBellis. In lane number 2, Josh Satterley. Lane number 3, Adam Bosley. Sully. And number 4, Ross Stiles, Hanover.
I'd like to thank all of the contestants, and if those who are still standing can take your seats, we'll get underway with